Are you trying to build the best team in Madden? Well, head on over to instantmuckcoins.com. Avoid the packs, save some racks. Link in the description below and use code CC for 10% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We're here to talk about solo battles. There's no big fancy intro, but if you are interested in solo battles, learning how to get top 100s, this is the video for you, okay? With that being said, you know, if you're new, obviously subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff. But when we talk about solo battles and we say, oh, this is how you get top 100, I want to let everyone know, like, you got to put in the work and the time and practice and learn this. And playing these games to get top 100 takes more time than just winning the games, okay? For myself, offensively, I run New England when I'm in this. Defensively, I don't care, and we'll see why there. And at the end of this video, I have a full solo battle game. There's going to be no commentary on it. It's just going to be the full game so you can sort of watch how it works. It was a game that I played. I didn't want to give you the best game I had, right? Because that would just be perfect. But I want to show you a game where it had a couple flaws and things, okay? We still have a pretty good score. So offensively, I like to run levels. Level sail, pick a level sail, right? The key here is you have a high-low read. You have the running back on the flat. That's exactly what we want. Now, when we talk about what do we want to do on offense, so in solo battles, your goal is to score over 50 points. Your goal is to pass for 400 yards. Your goal is to run for 200 yards. You want to complete about 40 passes, and you want to... it gets tricky, and you want to have about 30 first downs. That's the baseline of what we want to do here, okay? Now, how do you do that, right? So we're in practice mode. I'm not in a solo battle here. We'll pick whatever play we want here. So when I run it, I'm always looking for two things. Two things that snap the ball here. One, I'm not running the ball in a traditional sense with the running back. I will only run the ball with a quarterback, so I like to have a mobile quarterback. I essentially need a mobile quarterback. When the computer plays man, when they play man is when I'm going to scroll to the left, run, get out of bounds, don't take hits, don't take fumbles, don't take sacks, okay? The things that will hurt your score on offense are, again, fumbles, sacks, incompletions, interceptions. All those things hurt you. Don't let those things happen. Minimize those completely. But when we're passing the ball, my first read is obviously get the running back. If he's open, we want to hit him there. We want to be able to get out of bounds as much as possible. We want to be able to save as much clock as possible. When we're talking about the get out of bounds and stopping the clock, second quarter, under the 2-minute warning, the clock's going to stop. The fourth quarter, the clock's going to stop when you get out of bounds. The rest of the game, it's not going to. Now, when you get out of bounds, the clock will start running as soon as you come out of the huddle. However, there is going to be an auto chew clock down to 20 seconds on the play clock regardless. If you wait and you come out and you pick your play at 20 seconds on the play clock, you will not get chewed. Okay? You're going to save yourself a lot of time there. Additionally, if you want to take the extra time, and this is not something I do, you can completely save all the time by taking a delay of game. Now, what that's going to do is have no clock runoff for you, and it's going to give you 5 additional yards to gain yardage, which is what we want. We need yards, right? Again, I don't do it that way. It takes way too long for me, but that's something we can definitely do to get additional yardage and save the clock, right? So as we throw the ball, I'm always doing the high-low read, right? If it's man and I need to pass, I can hit that tight end generally right there. You're going to want to get it to him. If you can get out of bounds, bam, you want to get out of bounds. Right? Because the clock is going to run less when you're out of bounds each and every time. So if I get it, I'm going to run straight out of bounds. I don't want to score. I want to get the first down, and I want to get out. Okay? We'll get the points. Don't worry about the points, but you want to get out of bounds, and you want to make sure you get that first down. So right now we're on the 30-yard line. The 20 would be a first down. So I'm going to get it, and I'm going to do my best to get out of bounds. When I hit the running back in the flat, I want to cross that first down marker, bam, and get out of bounds immediately. Now I'm going to show you how the man works for running. Now again, here we got Matt Ryan here, so not really fleet of foot, but like I did on my No Money Spent account, we've got Daniel Jones, right? So once you see that it's man coverage, you're just going to want to wait, and that's when you're going to want to roll out and get past that DN there, right? You're going to want to cut outside, or you're going to want to cut through the gap. It really just depends on how he's being blocked. If you can get out here, you're going to pick up a bunch of yards. Again, don't take a hit. Get a first down. When you're running the ball, go for as long as you want, because we need to get a bunch of yards, right? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. But look here again. We're going to get a bunch of yards. The computer will play man probably 10 to 15 times a game on you, give or take, which means that you should be able to get very close to the 200 yards, getting about 15 to 20 yards of scramble here, right? Again, use a fast quarterback, okay? So that's offensively, that's exactly what we want to do. And you will see that in the gameplay. Defensively is a little different. We're going to flip sides here for you guys, and I want to show you what I'm doing. Right? I would suggest, if this is your first time doing this in solo battles, maybe going into another solo, or if you're in a midweek solo battles and you're seeing this video, to go test this midweek before you get ready for a full week of solo battles, okay? Because I think it's really, really important to learn how to do this. And it's going from punt block to punt man, okay? And it's very specific the way we do it this year. We want to come out and punt block 44 even. I like to come out and squeeze block, right? But you want to come out and straight rush or squeeze block, essentially. That's what you want to do, okay? Each and every time. Whatever the computer picks, who cares, right? So I'm going to pick verticals for them for this case, right? So when we come out in this here, this is what we're going to see. Normally, you would be able to just audible instantly. So you would hit the audible button to bring up your audibles, and you would go over one to the right to punt safe man. That's where you want to live. And what I do is I bring up this audible menu, and I hold it here, and I wait. As soon as the computer audibles, you will see them audible to change into a 4 verticals. That's when you're going to want to go to punt safe man, and that's how you're going to get in the right spot. And then this is what we're going to do. We're going to take an outside corner. I like to preferably do it on the shortest side of the field. If there's not a receiver over there on the short side of the field, it's okay. And then I want to bring him in to about the numbers. And this is the part you're going to need to practice. And you really need to go into solos, because if you do this wrong, you're going to give up a lot of points. Okay? You're going to give up a lot of points. So once they hike the ball, you're going to sort of like move in a step and then swerve back outside and pick the ball off. Now you want a fast corner there. Maybe you want to throw Lurker on one of those corners. You got the Asante or the Troy Vincent or something like that. Lurker's a good thing to have here, okay? You want to get better animations. It's definitely better. I don't have that on my No Money Spent team, but it's definitely better to do. So again, you bring up your audible here. You wait, and you wait, and you wait, and then they're going to audible. And you will see that in the video, in the gameplay I am doing. You will see that if you go into a solo to do this, or if you go into a solo battle to do this, right? Once they audible, you hit punt safe man. You get back over here. You just bring this man over, again, to about the numbers. You'll get used to it. And when they hike the ball, you're going to want to turn your back just for a second and do that. And once you pick the ball off, I always want to run backwards because I need to get as many yards as possible. There are a couple things you need to keep in mind with this. One, under 2 minutes in the half or the game, the computer is more likely to not audible to 4 verticals. Right? So that could be a problem for us. So pay attention to that. See how that team and that solo battle is calling their plays. 2, there are certain playbooks at times where they will just not ever call for verticals. If you happen to see that this isn't happening, you want to get out of this, right? You don't want to be in that anymore. If that is the case, like in this past week, there was a Carolina Panthers solo battle. They hated throwing 4 verticals. They hated doing it. If that's the case, what you want to do is you want to come in to one of these nickel sets, whichever one you want, and basically run mid blitz, right? So we'll just give them a play here, whatever it may be. And what you want to do is take whoever's manned up on the running back. This is very simple. You want to bring them down. When we are shading our coverages here, because we are playing man, you want to shade inside and then over the top, and you want to pass commit. Okay? That's what we need to do. What this is going to help us do is get this pressure. You want to run into the center yourself and then do that. If you are supposed to be covering the running back and they keep flaring him out and passing him to him, guess what? That's where you need to go. Okay? That's just where you need to go. So if you want to be more on that running back side, be covering him, hey, that's where you need to go, over there, right? But otherwise, you're going to be able to get some pressure pretty quickly on the quarterback, cause those sacks, use those timeouts accordingly. This is how we do it. You need to give up as little points as possible, as little yards as possible. The more points, more yards you give up, the worse, right? That's going to hurt your score exponentially. This is really important. The offense is easy. The defensive part can be very hard. Please practice it. If you come back to me and you say, this isn't working for me, because you need to be doing it better. It's not, it's just the truth. When I have a bad game in solo battles, whichever year it's been, because my defense was not working correctly. In years past, I had a scheme, it was a little different, that I would use a rush, right? I would use a rush. I would use a rush quarterback really well. So let's pick something like this. So in those cases, when I wanted to use a rush, what I would do is sort of similar here, where we're going to be playing man, but I would be the one trying to rush through the gap here. Now, I haven't found the perfect plays, setup, and all that for that this year, so I can't teach it to you. Okay, maybe it exists, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But this is how we get it. Please, if you want, watch the full game, unedited, of the solo battle. You can see how we do, what I'm doing each and every time. And hopefully it helps you out. Hopefully you get top 100. I can get 25,000 in my sleep doing this method, up to 25.7, 25.8 even. As the year goes on, the scores get a little bit higher. That's when I stopped trying to play it, because I think people just take that much more time. When I mentioned with how they can stop the clock and stuff, it's not worth my time at that point. But hey, you know, maybe this works out for you. Full solo battle game coming in now. Hope you guys enjoy it. Good luck. Get your coins. I'm out.